Hey friends, welcome back to session number 2 of our 9-part card series. This is Wendy Cannon, Executive Brand Director with Tula XII. I am on a mission to share with you guys some fun ways that you can DIY your own cards. And we are going to do some stripe variations today and a couple of extra little details that you might want to think about adding to some of your cards. So some of the things that you're going to need today are the double-sided paper, die cut, holiday sentiment, or whatever sentiment that you choose to do. And we're going to add an extra little element, whether a button, a bow. You can create your own bows, whatever the case may be. But these are elements right out of our card kits. You're also going to want some scissors, some kind of three-dimensional adhesive or sticker dots or glue dots, and a paper cutter, because today I'm going to show you guys how to add some stripes. So we're going to start with our horizontal card. Again, we're going to make 2 different variations, one horizontal, one vertical. And I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to do it. So we're going to start with our paper. And, excuse me, one of the things that I love to do with paper is to take it in its original form, but spread it out a little bit. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to cut some strips. And what you can find while you're doing this and cutting your strips, they don't have to be all the same size. They don't even actually have to be the same width. They don't have to be the same angle. You can do all kinds of fun things with them. Now, what you're going to see is when I'm cutting paper and trimming and doing things like this, then I'm actually going to lose some of the width of the paper because I'm doing something extra with it, which that's okay. So you'll see I've kind of thrown this little piece off to the edge, and that's okay because what we're going to do is we're going to reassemble it back onto the card in the same kind of format as if we had regular paper there, but we have added some dimension by creating those individual, see the individual borders in the paper. So I'm going to go ahead and start gluing these down and rearranging them a little bit because I don't want them to look exactly like they were cut off the piece of paper next to them. And in fact, what I think I'll do, because it's double-sided paper, I'm actually going to flip. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to do one piece in the plaid and one piece in with the, and I'm going to rotate back and forth. So this is going to be so much fun. I love getting to play with our paper, especially the double-sided paper, because you get to do so many different fun elements with it in taking the shape and still keeping the idea, the main idea of keeping the paper with a border, but you can do so many fun things with it. So as you can see, we just flipped the paper, gave it some dimension by adding those individual borders in there. And because it's double-sided paper, it's coordinated already for you to be able to use. Okay, I'm going to use some three-dimensional, quick three-dimensional dots here. If you follow Stampin' Up, I love Stampin' Up. If you didn't know that, you guys, they have the amazing products like this three-dimensional paper, and so, or not paper, stickers, adhesive, and you can just grab that. It's really easy, adds a little bit of a dimension to your cards, which I absolutely love. I'm going to throw them up here in the top corner, this cute little pumpkin pie. And then what I want to show you is how to do this little tag element on your paper strips. You'll notice that in our kits, the glue, or not the glue, the sentiment comes on a sticker, and you're actually going to attach it to this pre-cut paper. But if you want to do something fun besides just making it look like a piece of paper, you can use this strategy where you cut a line straight down the middle and then you create a tag element, okay? And we're just going to actually glue this element right on there, the sentiment, right on to our card. And then I have these fun little glue dots and this cute little bow, and we're going to add that on here. So I'm going to take this glue dot, I'm going to grab my little bow, and I'm going to add it right down here at the bottom, underneath this pie, but kind of covering up the edge. Okay, so there's one variation. Okay, so adorable. I love this little pumpkin pie, gobble gobble. And then we're gonna do the same thing with this one, but I'm gonna show you guys one of my favorite techniques, which is tearing. And you guys are gonna see this a couple of different times throughout the course of your time with me, because I love tearing paper. A couple of things you're going to learn. So as you tear the paper to you, the one in your hand that's going away is going to leave the white edge, and the other side is not. But because we're going to do this fun technique where we are doing both, I want to have both sides of it white. See, like that. I'm going to flip it again, and I think what I want to do is I want to add a straight strip at the top because I want it to still be straight. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick and take out some of that width in the paper, and we're going to use this at the top, and I still have, there we go. Okay, so I still have my nice border. I've got some fun ripped paper. We're still doing the lines and using them horizontally. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue these down. There is the first strip. Of course, we're gonna leave that little bit of border at the top so that you can keep that fun border element. I'm gonna add the second piece there. And of course, the bottom piece I just cut so that I can use that straight edge and it keeps that nice form. All right, now look at this adorable little polar bear. We're gonna add him. Again, I'm gonna grab some of the dimensions, which are, again, from Stampin' Up, but you can buy 3-dimensional pop dots, things like that. Any craft store, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's, all of those kinds of store have them. And I'm gonna actually put him at an angle, and he's gonna be looking up at our Happy Holidays sentiment. And then, of course, I wanna grab one of our little glue dots again, because I have this adorable little button that I want to put on there. You can get glue dots as well at any craft store that does card or scrapbook making. And I'm going to add that right on there. All right, there are our 2 cards today. We worked on vertical or horizontal stripes, or adding stripes. And the fun thing that we did is we just flipped that over so that you can see the 2 sides of the double-sided paper. Thank you guys for joining me again. This is Wendy Cannon, an Executive Brand Director with Tula 12. If you found this information helpful, or you want to check out the other 9 cards that we are making for this 9-part series, check the comments below, the instructions for how to get to Canon Plannin, and all of the other information that you find valuable. Please feel free to share it out. Thanks for joining me, friends, and I'll see you all next time.